Hi, Graham Allen, private investigator, Brown Bay, Auckland. John here. I'm just talk to you about what we're doing with the case on 1/61 Cook Street, Auckland City. I sent you 2 books just to update where we were the last time, and I'm hoping that we can put some thought together to do this case, because we do have a long time at it, but nevertheless it's still all there and got a much wider audience now watching on site and around the world on our Facebook site. And I notice you're there now. Social media has helped a lot in getting a response to what we're doing here with this case. It is a serious one enough to say that all the statements that I'm making are true, and no one has refuted anything I have said as far as the fraud case is concerned, and that I can leave it to you to tell me, yes, it is a fraud. I've never heard that yet from the lawyer to tell me that he's had a look at it to keep going, enough to say that it is a fraud, and me assuming that it is a fraud, then there is no time to wait, and we'll get on with it. And I have got enough information for you in those 2 books to bound up, and any questions you want to ask, let me know, because I can give you the answers straight away. That's for here in New Zealand and England. It's the same time in Britain, UK. From that end, I am very familiar with the politics, being in the Moai King William Party, which is now a takeover of the SOS Independent Party of Matt Taylor's in Brighton, East Surrey, and Lewis County, where he's got his office for his elections coming up in May the 7th, where I want to be there representing our party that I've put together, the Moai King William Party. He's transferred the election to it as the new party. Okay, so now we are 5 years that he's been in politics in his SOS party is a credit to our new Moai King William Party. So now we have a flag, we have the Confederation flag, and we have, that's the flag there, Graham, I think you're quite familiar with it, the King William's flag. Okay, so we've got that, we've got a memorial of King William in Devonport here in New Zealand, and also in England as his memorial and his King's title of a contract between me on behalf of our people, our chiefs up at Waitangi, who have signed those documents you'll see there, a mandate from Te Tii Marae to Westminster. So I have got a clear run to talk as native here on the King William's commerce and contracts, commercial land contracts of Admiralty. Okay, so that's making that side of the land patent titles here, and also the chief's rent term. If you look up the chief rent is the landowner, the organic ancestral inheritor of these lands that the Crown is still trying to settle using their own Maoris, who are not the right owners here on this land block, 1/61 Cook Street, Auckland. So they have chosen their own Maori as the owners of the land, which they're not. They won't refute any of the titles I have there of the Manukau, Parapara, Kawharu, Wānoa title. Okay? So that's the difference. If we had to go to their court, they would not refute any of it. That's why they won't entertain any of it. They're hoping that the Crown will save them while the Queen has gone. Graham, you know that. You know that the Queen is no longer there, and New Zealand's titles, the Lynn's titles of those land blocks, are dependent on Victoria, state Australia. Okay, so I told you, and I told everyone that I wrote to the Governor of Victoria State Government, which links the Commonwealth of Australia to Canberra through Victoria for their authority of Admiralty from England. Okay, so they won't mention King William. They just won't mention only Victoria. So that means that Victoria government in the 23rd of December last year opened their parliament up, and they were going to swear their oath of office to Queen Victoria. I wrote to them and videoed to them on the phone to say, do not use Queen Victoria as your monarchy, because you're conflicting and compromising Westminster government, our partner, our legal trading bank of commerce partner, King William IV and Westminster. It defaults back to his title for this land block on 161 Cook Street, because it is a British title that we're doing here that's omitted from the Lynn's Australian New South Wales title of the New Zealand government in Wellington, the Queen's side. Okay, so we're on the King's side, from the chiefs, the Hapu chiefs, straight to England, the surnames, the real surname ones, straight to England, to King William and Westminster government. You'll notice, Graham, that's your country that the Queen is demolishing. She is destroying Britain and UK by going into the EU Parliament and operating Westminster from there. What I'm doing here, Graham, is to set up King William's government on his estate land in Devonport, where everybody came here, and Australia and America, from there. From that yard, they came here, the legal ones, into Auckland in 1840, okay? This is the true story, the right story on why you need to seize that property, even without compensating them, because the title is crooked. The lawyer, conveyancing lawyer, has to give their money back. Okay, we don't need to settle. Graham, those figures I gave you, those pound notes, are up to us. They're up to us if they do not refute the affidavit that I give them now in a 72-hour notice. Next week, I'm going to give them notice personally to James Brown and Simon Roundtree, the two occupation owners of the land. Remember, they are only ground rent occupation titles. They are not the organic original chief's rent titles that they pay the chief's rent to. The Queen no more. Okay, they'll pay it into this Moai King William trust account. Graham, you'll notice that I've got that with the Moai King William party as the creditors. Those two private corporations are the creditors. Okay, we're using Ngātua Ewa Aotea Limited on the New Zealand side of that business registered with John Key's New South Wales government in Wellington. Okay, so that's the parent company with the one-off $1 trillion shares. Okay, so you'll notice everything's big figures and big projects. So I'm hoping that you will do this case successfully on what you know and what you've seen me all this time we haven't been talking together until now, that you have accepted to look at it, and I'll make a short contract between us. I'm hoping that you and your private investigators will form a group so that we can travel together to England at our expense, okay? And that's what I'm saying, in lieu of the credit amount we're going to be getting from this one case and many more to come. Okay, so I'm making this public so that I know you're a reputable company, as myself. My profile is you get me like I am, still here after all this time of going through something that I've done before and being let down by a lawyer and a banker, enough to learn their jobs. So now I'm doing the accountant's job and the website's job to teach my secretary, Jamie, Anna Marie Stewart, from the Stewart family in England. She wants to meet and see what the fuss is all about in Scotland Yard. That's your old company you work for, Scotland Yard. So you'll be very familiar with what we're saying online. Every statement that I back is my word against anybody's word. And if I'm wrong, then I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm just saying the other person has to answer. If he doesn't answer the 72-hour notice on the 61 Cook Street, once past 61 Cook Street, then he loses it. That's the maxims of law of commerce, liens and levy. Okay, so I really made a little list here of things that I was going to do, but mainly it was the setting the website up. I'm going to be doing that today and over the weekend, getting it going again, because a lot of people are moaning and because I haven't got it running so they can deposit money into it. So we can start that off. I wasn't going to do it until I was dead sure of myself with this fraud case. That's only one of many fraud cases that will follow straight behind that in Britain, all around the world, with that flag. Graham and John Campbell, your friend ARC, I've spoken to him before on the phone, and like as usual, you're both busy, but I'm hoping that you will put some time aside for this and help us to get it going, and that's all it's going to take, just to prove that it's a fraud case. And I'll go in with the warrant to arrest the property. I'll give you that warrant notice on next Wednesday, after I dish it out on Monday next week. Okay, so that'll give them 72 hours to respond. If they do not respond, you have every legal right to seize it right there. Then we're talking about what to do with it. Okay, we've got plenty of things to do with it, but it's the bank instrument that I want to legalize, and that's what I've been saying for a long time, to legalize that pound note, which is real, it's original, and we can do what we want with it in contract with King William. It's ours to do what we want. No one can inquire into private contracts, private commercial, private contracts. Okay, that's between me and the King, and me and you, and no one else, not even the court, can handle this case, because it's outside their jurisdiction. Even though I am the original organic owner to say things when they've got no queen, and they are implying that they do have one, and it's false advertising or false business, corporate business running without higher authority than the King of England at the present time. All right? You know the rest. She's gone, and if she's operating a business, then she's using an authority from somewhere, and that's the question. That's what you have to find out somewhere along the track, but that's nothing to do with us seizing the property. We're going to seize the property, Graham, and we have every right to seize it, and that's where the pound note comes in to its original state from 1934, when King Tawhio stopped using the pound note, he still can pick it up and still carry on using it from 1888. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're not out of business. We just parked it up and we're taking off again. Okay, so we do audit check, and all the fraud that's in England, that's our business, right? When we do this one, we're off to England. You, me, and your team, and my little team, just me and Jamie. That's it. Me and Jamie, you and your team, off to England. And we'll deal with the fraud cases as I have alleged against those people. I've alleged with that amount on those pound notes. Okay, those are levy debtors. They're not saying anything. We'll just go into the High Court of Admiralty there, and we'll go in our own court in Devonport on King William's property, and do our own court hearings, then transfer it into Westminster. Okay, that's how we're doing. Okay, so we've got Jeff Foley watching in Australia. He's the King of England, supposed to be, or the King of Wales, but he's watching, and he's approved what I've been doing so far, not out of place. So that's, he's got all his own seals, crown, and everything. You know? So I'm there to put things right with King William and us. We haven't severed our contract. No one can touch that, only us. Only I can go in Westminster and change our constitution and our status with him. Okay? At the moment it's still there. Institute law blocked. Okay, so apart from the pound note, once we get that established as a fraud case, then I will be in touch with the bank and get an overdraft. The overdraft facility is in place. The foreign currency is in place to operate that site again. It was operating with Bullion Vault. They gave me the permission to use Bullion Vault, right, the gold company, providing I don't compromise them with the free pound, with the free gram of gold. Well, the free gram of gold is gone now, but our clients can go and buy gold if we want to there. Okay, so that's a safe bet as a company reputable as that, letting me use their name on our site. Okay, so with the pound note in the bank, that's the £1 trillion note, I will see the bank manager. They want to take the first one, because one bank will take the £1 trillion note at 4.5%. That's a turnover of 45 billion pounds. Okay, 45 billion pounds straight away in our Moai King William Trust account. Right, we're going to England to seize our own Queen Victoria Trust fund and audit the books of HM Treasury. It's all tied in with Queen Victoria, our fund, our trust, right? King and Queen of Spain, trustees. Queen Elizabeth, head trustee. I'm sacking. I'm going to replace her as the head trustee. Okay, this is what I'm talking on that level. And Prince Andrew is the other trustee in trouble now. So he's another case that we have standing on the side as another fraud case, okay, with our trust and our flag, this flag, using it fraudulently in corrupt business, corporate business. All their business that they've collected, all that belongs to this trust. It belongs to us. I'm going there to salvage it with the Admiralty law. Okay, Graham? So I might not have money with me at the moment, but that's where it is. It's all there. It was only going to take you, a professional in your job, to click those two things together. One, it's a fraud. Two, seize the property. There. All the rest of the work is done. The research, the lot. You can check to see what they own and seize that too. Everything to the value of what the property is worth. Okay? In that second contract with James Brown and Simon Roundtree, that's the government valuation on that property is 55 million New Zealand dollars, but they bought it for 38 million. see. So if they do not respond, they'll lose the lot. They must respond to me or to you. If you don't let me know, then I'll put the affidavit, a new, fresh one, to them on Monday. I'm pretty familiar with what to do there, legally. In my word, that's going to be my word and his word. Okay? Then you can take over after that and seize the property on that basis of, if they can't refute it, it means the conveyancing lawyer is in trouble. He made the mistake. This is a big mistake because it involves other fraud alleged accessories to Queen Elizabeth fraud. Okay, so all those Crown agents who I've named, they're going to be next on the list to recover everything up to $5 billion on the first contract with Doug Rickard Bell. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say today, Graham. It's good that we're back together again, only this time we're more polished on the presentation, on the amount of evidence to prove beyond a doubt that that property is a fraud. It didn't have an end date or a time frame from any court to say it's expired. No, because I'm running the court here, okay, as King William's Court online, straight to the High Court of Admiralty in London. You'll notice that anyone can do that. They can do court cases straight there. They are specialised for these cases. Okay, so just to let you know, I do know the running of the court system in England where I'm going to live. I'm going to live up the road from Westminster, and we'll sort that out together with you. Hopefully we'll have a meeting next week, and you'll give me the good news that you've got something going with the bank. And I've left you the number to ring her, Julie Sewell, the manager, known me for a while, and she knows this case back to front. She knows what's happened, but they won't say. Their lawyer wasn't going to get involved, and so I'm leaving it to you then to do it myself. I won't do it myself. I'll leave it for you to do, because there's many more cases just like that, and I think you know where we're coming from, in England especially, to salvage and save Britain. Okay, we're going to save Britain with this flag. Graham, we're going to England to save Britain with King William monarchy. Okay, they cannot touch it. They cannot touch Hanover. They've taken, the Queen has taken Wales, Scotland, Ireland and England into the EU and sold their sovereignty. Okay, but they did not take Hanover, still in Westminster, Buckingham Palace, and Devonport naval base. Right, those estates of King William's is still there, and Westminster. We can seize all his estates when we go there. We've got a bit of a job to do, but it's got to be fixed. We've got to fix it. We can fix it inside the law. Okay, we can stick to the law. I've got a fair handle on law, and King William's Acts of Parliament we can use. We can use those. No one can tell us what to do with them. In Devonport in England, and then transfer what we put together with the new Scotland, Ireland, Wales and England at Devonport. That can be done next month. We can form a new government and transfer that government into the new Westminster before they open up Parliament with the Queen. I'll be there standing for King William to go straight in with the military. We're going to bankroll the military and the military police, the police and Scotland Yard and any other private organisation. We're going to bankroll the lot, including you, Graham. We're going to bankroll you with this note. Okay, the note is good. The note is original, and the note is money when you make this fraud case work. Okay, that's one case work, minus any other expenses it takes to do. Okay, so we'll take care of that. Last of all, I think I've covered enough to go on for now. People have got confidence in me that I know what I'm doing. They've got confidence in you because that's your profession. I'm in my profession with everything I'm doing in real estate, land titles, foreshore seabed, acts, international law, Commonwealth law, civil law, and common law, admiralty law, and so forth. State law. Okay, we've got 3 laws in Australia: Commonwealth, state, and federal. Okay, so I know 3 of them back to front. You've got any questions about how this operates under the King, right through the whole world. Okay, so this flag gives us free passage with your business anywhere in the world with what we do with money and banks. We're going to kick the bank off this way. Okay, we're going to kick the bank note off and sell the notes to the banks around the world, a whole lot of them. Okay, we can put the price where we want and drop it where we want. Okay, so it's up to you, mate. Graham, thank you very much, and the people watching, that I know you'll do a good job out of this, and people will learn not to be mischief with the King. Okay, the King is everything. The King will save the people and your country, Britain and England, especially England. Because I've got the Rogans of my family there. They're lawyers here when they first put these titles together from Britain. John Rogan was a land surveyor, lawyer, then judge. Okay, so that's my family. That is my English family, why I'm going there as a Rogan, behalf of England and Cosgroves. Okay, so 2 in our family, and the Manukau family here in Auckland. The Manukau, Mohi Manukau, and his Mariah Manukau married to John Rogan. Okay, so that's the connection. Our 2 names, Wānoa and Manukau, are the British titles over these lands. Okay, thank you very much. Bye for now, and we'll catch you next time around. See ya. Today is Thursday, 19th February 2015. We're hoping to be gone to England by the end of this month. Graham, if we can manage to get this case done, then we're off. We need to get there for the elections and for the cases, to put the cases together, and our project with the Sea Tidal Energy in Margate off the North Cape of Dover, England. That project for the hydrogen, I'm going there for that as well to set it up. And the money of these shareholders own everything. They own everything that you see. I'm making them claim the money that we're going after. Salvage money belongs to all the people who join us around the world in the 250 countries. You'll see I'm going to put them together now, back where it was in 2012. So they'll, electorates, 650 electorates in Britain, and so we're giving each voter £1,000 credit into their account, and also £10,000 to every candidate that wants to be candidate in the electoral areas for Moai King William Party. Graham, so just to let you know that I'm telling you this and telling the whole world what's happening over there, and directing it from here till we go there, Jamie and I, and yourself and your team. Hopefully we can travel very soon and slot it in for the end of the month. Okay? End of this month, February. Not far away. But if you can get this done quickly, then we're off. We've got lots of work to do in England, and we can get what we want. Okay? Thank you very much. Bye now.